we begin with the manga for Mano Kuma Dami. A government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders in various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Host-Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Host-Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Host-Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with the research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty were hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees of the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Host-Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Host-Peak Academy was now available to the talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Host-Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began to further research of talent. To create Host-Peak Academy earned this wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But right when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Host-Peak Academy. Host-Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without ever accomplishing anything. The end.
Hog.
So melodramatic. There's no way this incident's really happened, right? The Reserve Department. Only collect. I was one of those fucking fools.
But hold on.
That's weird.
Oh, you're here.
Shing!
The thing that's weird is you, of course.
Was I?
Hey! Hey!
Why do you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Fusion Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you suffered knowing even before you entered that you had no talent, right? I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too.
What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly shoved those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase the memory of what happened. That happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
You say it's my fault I forget? That's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student.
Damn it, what the heck? Alright, where's the Monokumas?
Oh, yeah. Let me get back to that there. Lab, office, and classroom. Yes, over. That's over.
That's right, man. This is where we were before.
The Tragedy of Host-Peak Academy. Wasn't the Tragedy of Host-Peak Academy mentioned in the other manga? Will I be able to read about that incident? As the name suggests, the tragedy of Host-Peak Academy occurred at Host-Peak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hope Speed Academy used all the resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed variant talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who is known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Academy's high school student council, among the Academy's brightest and best, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of the Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. After that, heralded Hope's Peak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. Oh. Isn't that the manga?
Yeah, that's the official manga. I need to watch it.
Am I supposed to believe this? We're going to read it together. There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope City Anime. We'll read it after the anime.
Yeah. What irony. For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A kind like that is too legal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a ball of gold. So be lucky that you're incomplete.
Incompetent.
Oh, incompetent. Sorry. Damn.
Incomplete!
I like, wait a minute. I'm missing something.
Ultimate hope. Not sure I mentioned that before, but it looks like it means completely different here. Hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. That's right, the Reserve Department. Here it said that Reserve Corps students in the Reserve Department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. I have no reason to do something like that. So that wasn't the tragedy. This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling. Who messaged me?
Okay, I don't know.
You better not.
That's a guess.
Wait, was there a mark in here?
Is that
You said science room and classroom.
classroom to be the office and the biolab? Yeah. Yeah, go through that.
Rah, 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 rah.
Well.
Copyright strike.
Yep.
What the hell's with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like about a freezer or something. I should hurry up and investigate or I'll die here.
It's right there.
It's a refrigerator for converting dead bodies. Keeping high school bodies should be just a sick joke. Feels so forced. The idea of it should have been canceled during development or something. What am I thinking?
Is Hajime.
Damn, we found them.
I've been found.
That's 3. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. Like genocide. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. The incident, I'm not going to read that. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself was that grotesque? And this creepy manga starts off with a sentence. Was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising of the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Speed Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and various people of various races and nations began joining in. The movement was not confined to the internet, it began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late, the ends and means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to the more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism, coup d'etats began occurring all around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought, not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Speed Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope Speed Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. So as long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. It's all made up. No. You know what's happening on the outside world? It's already over.
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at manga? How crazy are you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough, what is with this messed up manga?
I thought you obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but do you not remember that? Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains.
This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do you have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
That's how it is. That's what he meant by it said at the beginning. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we want to stay on this island. There's no way I'm gonna do what he wants. You sure about that? That's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speed Academy to its destruction, Are they connected both to the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. What if they're known as Ultimate Despair? They're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Killings were involved in a connection to them as well? Probably. Still you, so I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here!
Hajime becomes cubesicle.
Nearly, froze to death.
Dies. The end.
Yay.
I'll just pretend I didn't see him.
Hmm?
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, the bastard was suddenly here. Just glancing at me.
I wonder why.
It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot.
I don't want to do it either.
Hiya.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well.
Pung, pung.
Are you pleasantly... are you pleasing well? You're pleasing well, right?
What are you doing here?
Is it hard
No,
sentence?
no.
But there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
Sure that's done for the beginning. I don't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots.
Getting really fed up with your blabbing. Hurry up, what do you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about Ultimate Despair. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
A high school girl?
yes indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima.
Junko Enoshima.
Hey,
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair waving with charm and humor. And created the Ultimate Despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
don't fuck with me.
Hold a second. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with the philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize that threat?
Huh?
What was their purpose?
Despair.
Huh?
What?
They said, why did they cause the incident? It doesn't make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they wanted without any purpose.
It was Junko Enoshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With her overwhelming force of personality, Juko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled the despair by taking advantage of the love, hate, grudges, anything really. Juko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who have been recruited become nothing more than Juko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Ashima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko and Ashima's name.
Phew!
For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And in hoping to top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is impossible.
What?
Do you know about the final day of the reserve course students doing the Tragedy of Hope Speed Academy?
Final days?
In other words,
Jugo has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They referred to the wall as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, that 2,357 students of the reserve course at the reserve department all committed mass suicide.
Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
Whole 2,307 students?
27.
It wasn't all of them. One person is excluded.
Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima. Doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Oshima's already dead.
Huh?
Huh?
Was what true you said? She's already dead?
Huh?
You didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody classroom.
Bloody classroom? No, what you said about the killing school life? As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Ah, that's what it was. Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who managed to survive escaped from the academy.
Hey,
A manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with lots of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, according to the mastermind behind the failed school killing life was Junko Enoshima.
The mastermind took her own life, which means that Junko Enoshima is dead.
like...
Turns out the Killing School Life was a part of the whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope Speak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Really, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcasted worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole.
Surveillance cameras were broadcast the whole thing?
So...
Students of Hope Peak Academy were widely known as symbols of hope. Forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival. We were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair at once.
That's messed up.
That messed up plans was stopped when Junko Nima failed. Junko lost to the students as she placed her trap, and after being overcome by despair, she took her own life.
And Junko is no more.
No matter how horrible she is, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not, it doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Kuroshima isn't alive anymore.
Who is our enemy?
Well, we don't know who the hell is in Junko on making us go through all this, but imitation is just that, an imitation.
Is it though?
No shit!
If the students of Hope Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake.
Neither.
Either.
Oh, my bad. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? Well,
So I'm just fixing.
sorry, that was connection.
What? Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I just raised the flag.
Flag? You can raise the flag. What happens if you do that?
Ooh, how exciting!
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character out.
That doesn't make any sense again, you fucking dumbass.
Well now,
Now then, I give you guys my all. I tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
yaha!
I'll raise them flags like crazy. Is that class 2B?
That's 5B. Now we're
Okay.
on 4.
2B's the one I look for. Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright, the music room. Is it only the music room?
Might be.
I don't know, 2B is the classroom though, right?
Maybe.
Sauces?
Monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? It's a symbol of the Food Foundation, right? Below that. To combat the tragedy, the graduates of Hope Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Academy? Aren't they known as World Under? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made that up! Ibuki must.
Hmm?
Words are floating in the air! It's a hologram, right? Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Nishima rallying them. In a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Host Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we still haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was a part of the Fear Foundation, there are definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jamrock Island? If the tragedy was truer than the world, is it normal anymore, maybe? She couldn't say anything carelessly. The ultimate despair is of the enemy, right, Devin?
Ultimate despair is the ultimate enemy.
It's not the research facility. There's a research facility on the island. There should be other Future Foundation members here. It's stupid. Many mystery. The other classroom was 2B, and what else? The office? So
Yep,
the teacher's
just
lounge. So the
office.
teacher's lounge, right?
Probably that one, yeah. It's all a bunch of computers or something.
Where are we supposed to go? Connie then? Teacher's lounge.
Yeah.
That's hard to see, bro. There he is, saw him.
Need it.
This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
Probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has a stuffy teacher vibe to it.
Yes, huh? Yeah, you mentioned it. It does look like that.
Well,
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I haven't seen her anywhere.
How much longer is this guy going to be obsessed with Sonya? Give it up. One more to go,
Huh?
boys!
Are you serious?
What's that portrait up there?
Otsukizuru Kamakura.
Found it.
Subjects.
It's Yoko.
Her names I've seen before. Look at her. Kyoko Sajimi. Damn. What is this? It's not the same Yoko. The Yoko we knew was a midget.
Smooth.
It's too different. What does this mean?
huh?
The lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something?
No, it says Hyoko Sajimi.
Ah,
Then Hyoko has an older sister with the same first name and last name.
No, sister with the same first name
I
and last name.
mean,
The only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. It's not Hyoko.
Did you ever mention an older sister?
man.
It's not like I was close to her or anything.
Wrong.
Either.
Yep. She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sazanja family's only daughter.
If he doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No. There's still too much resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hyoko.
Huh?
Of course not.
What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was a famous child. She was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap looking like that.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt.
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
today I'm feeling white.
If they won, it won't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? Is this the truth?
Yep!
be related to the list of subjects that were over there?
Huh?
This is bad.
If subjects, that means there was some kind of experiment, right? Mean experiment changed Hyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just making it alone sounds we messed up. What experiments?
What's going on?
What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel.
It might.
Has everything to do with time travel.
God damn.
Yeah, we invented time travel, you know?
Ruins the dreams.
Izuru Kamakura, Hope Speed Academy founder. Well, that was on the desk. Are my eyes just tired? What do you mean look around more?
You hold on, walk around more, dummy.
Are we screwed?
Yes.
The list of subjects seems really dangerous.
Hey, hey!
Don't tell me this killing's gonna have some sort of psychotic conclusion, like it's some kind of experiment.
Oh. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best to continue investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Ashima, the fact that they remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after the death, the tragedy is not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko and Ashima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated. Does that mean this is an order to kill them? It's not peaceful at all, but I guess that's understandable. There's no way they'd be forgiven that easily.
Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor.
Yaha!
Congratulations, Hajime. You should now go on to the next stage.
Next stage.